Two chairs. I brought you a shot.
Okay.
Because Paris is celebrating 10 year in comedy, so we're gonna do a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
What is this?
Tequila. You drink tequila?
Yeah, but the white tequila isn't healthy
Blanco,
for my life.
Blanco is what they're called. Casamigos.
Yeah, I need the dark kind. When I drink this, I turn into a white lady for some reason. Yeah, please.
I'll take white lady Paris for a second.
No, you won't. No, you won't. No,
What
you
happens?
Won't. What happens? I get reminded that I'm black, and then I gotta heal. Yeah.
You forget that you black sometimes?
Yeah, when I drink white tequila, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm not tonight. No, absolutely not. Thank you. I'm racist with alcohol,
Cheers
not with people.
to your 10 years in comedy. Paris Sashay, everybody.
That's a lot. This felt like a double. I'm gonna drink this throughout.
You're gonna sip on the shot.
Yeah,
Okay.
there we go.
I like you guys, but I'm ambivalent about you as a crowd. I like them in the beginning, and then they let me down, and then they let you down, and then I'm not happy about it.
Why you not? They ain't let me down. They just, they white. What do you want me to? They gave what they can give. I'm fine.
No, I need them to give more than what they can give.
Okay.
But first of all, let's get started about you.
Yes.
Do you remember about 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. We were doing the audition, and you were hosting it, and then you spent about 10 minutes trying to learn how to say my name properly.
Yeah, I do remember.
And I was like, you know what? This is a cool girl. She gave it her best shot. She tried to learn, because I have a very difficult Haitian French name.
Yeah, you should tell them so they can know what I was doing.
Joachim. That's my name, and
Say
most Americans cannot say that.
He looked at his friend. He did not catch it. Say it again.
Tanael Joachim. That's how you say my name. Tanael.
See? That was me. That was me.
That was basically a recreation of what we did 2 years ago for 10 minutes. But I like that you tried, and I respect that. So
yeah.
good to have that. And also, since you got 10 years, let's go back from the beginning. Give me your comedy origin story. How did this journey start for you?
So I went to college for 2 years, and then I left, and my mother was like, you need to figure something out. You can't stay here for free. And I was like, that's a good response. So I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. So then my friends was like, we're going to sign you up for open mics. And I was like, I'm not doing that. I was scared of public speaking my entire life.
That's fair.
So they signed me up for 7 open mics. I did not go to 6. My mother was like, no, you're going to the 7th one. And she came. And I hid in the bathroom. And she was like, my mother went and got the host. And they came in the bathroom. And they was like, we're not starting the show back up till you come out. And I was like, well, you're not going to have a show. We're talking through the bathroom door because I wasn't coming out.
Right.
And then they started praying. And I don't know, God opened the door. It's
a
true story. They started praying in the bathroom. Yeah, I was like, this is a lot. And somehow the door
that
flew
is some
open.
of the blackest way to start your comedy journey.
Listen, it was beautiful though. They prayed. I came out, and she was like, "Okay, you're gonna go next." And the person on stage was bombing. I didn't know comedy, but I knew that was bad.
Right.
And I was like, "So I have to go after this?" Oh no, I'm really not. And they was like, "Come on." So she was like, "You'll do 7 minutes." And I went up there, and I ended up doing 13 minutes, and they stood up.
Standing ovation.
Standing
after
ovation.
Your first show.
First show. So I felt like that was God because He opened the door. And
the prayer worked.
Yeah, the prayer worked.
It did it.
100%.
That's a cool origin story. Well, a couple questions. Mm-hmm. Why'd you quit college?
Because I just was like, this is not for me. I don't like to sit down and listen to rules.
All right, you kind of have a little rebel spirit in you.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you studying?
Mass communications.
Okay. And that's in D.C., I'm guessing. You're
I
from
went
D.C.
to Virginia.
Virginia. Mm-hmm. Okay. And why did your friends suggest comedy? Have you always been funny?
I've always been funny.
Okay. And they were like, why don't you just turn this into a career?
They was like, you might as well because now you're home. You need to do something. I think they were tired of me too. Everybody just wanted me to do something that took up the same amount of time as college.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah, this is a fun way to spend your time outside of college. So for your first time, did you do any research about this? Or you were like, I'm just going to go on stage and talk to people and see what happens?
No, I did research. I was reading the newspaper. I was watching the news. I was watching old stand-up. And then I was just, like, crafting the idea of seeing stand-up. and how it's put together.
Yeah.
And I was just writing. I wrote like for every day.
Okay.
After I knew they signed me up, I had books. I was just, even if it wasn't funny,
Right.
I was just like, I need to figure out how to do this.
Yeah, in the beginning, who cares if it's funny? You just got to get something out and
Right.
say it out loud and see what it sounds like.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. And you did 13 minutes your
13
first
minutes.
time?
It felt magical.
Yeah.
Like at 7, I was like, that's not for me. Somehow I became a professional, and
That is amazing.
it ended up
That's a
working
really
out.
cool origin story.
yeah.
So then after that, when was the next time you did it?
The following week. So people seen me that week, and they invited me to their open mics, and I just kept doing it. But I had a job, so my job would
You had
not
like
let
a
me off of
legit
work.
day job.
Like a legit day job.
What were you doing?
I was doing concierge at apartment buildings, front desk.
Was that well-paying job?
Yeah, they paid well.
Yeah?
I was working there and as a host at a high-end restaurant in the white community. This is true. I'm telling y'all, this
In
is
the
true.
white community.
Yeah, it was because I was like, if I'm gonna get a host job, it needs to be at a good restaurant. So
Right.
it was
Hoes don't get tips, do they?
at this one they did because they had a coat check. They had a lot of things.
Nice.
So yeah.
Nice. So that's sustaining you throughout the day, and then you go in. Were you paying for mics? Because here in New York, you got to pay $5 for
Oh
open
no,
mics.
I never paid for
In
a
DC,
mic.
they were free.
No. Well, one club offered me time, and it was like, you have to bring 10 people, but they have to pay $20.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like, so how much
Bring
do
our
I get
shows.
paid? And they was like, none. And I was like, no, that's not how math works. So no, I never paid to do
Smart.
comedy.
Very smart. Because in the beginning, that's what they do to you here in New York.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the open mics, the owners of the bars will tell you got to pay $5. And
Mm-hmm.
if you have 20 comics that each pay $5, and you go to your 5 minutes.
I mean, but you can go outside and just be funny. It's everybody outside. Why would I pay?
Yeah, but it's a different muscle that you're working on. Being outside and being funny with your friends is different.
No, not
being
with your
funny
friends, with the strangers, like on the train
But
when they
where?
dance.
On the train?
Yeah, that's free. If I
That's a
lived here,
chaotic environment to try to do comedy in.
that's comedy. If I lived here, I don't know. I would have tried.
There were comics who did that. I wasn't one of those guys. I didn't care about the train. I liked
You
being
wanted to
in a
pay the
bar,
$5.
Well, we had to. What I heard was that in other cities, people did open mics for free, and regular people came to them.
Right, right.
But here, it was all comedians, and you had to pay.
So you pay $5 and there's only comedians in the crowd.
Yeah.
Y'all couldn't just get on the phone. That's the same thing, is what it sounds like to me. But okay, that's
Clubhouse was
understandable.
not a thing yet. You know, we had to do it between each other.
Right, okay.
But it was
Fair enough.
repetition, getting the process of what is the skill that I'm trying to figure out. How do I stand in front of people and say jokes and see if they laugh or not?
Right.
Yeah, it was cool.
Okay.
Okay, so you started and then you kept going. Do you, obviously your first time was great, but that wasn't what made you feel like you were a legit comedian? Like, how long after your first time where you felt like, I think I'm getting the hang of this? How long did it take you? Because some people have short journeys, some people they take them longer to get
I
it.
didn't feel like I was a real comedian until I was able to not have a job and do comedy full time. So only 5 years.
So after 5 years, you were like, I can quit my day job and do
Yeah.
comedy. Okay. Remember the first gig that paid you?
I want to say I got paid pretty early.
Yeah?
I feel like in the first month I got paid.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe I was blessed in DC, but in the first month,
That's what happens when you start your first show.
I
with
feel
a
like I did
prayer.
a
The
guest.
prayer
Yeah. You see
paid
how that
off.
works?
Nice.
So I feel like I got paid for a guest spot within the first month.
That's fucking cool. Do you remember how much it was?
Probably $20, nothing crazy.
Yeah.
Probably the same amount I spent to get there, so it wasn't money, but it still
Yeah.
was money.
Yeah, comedy is a lot of breaking
Yeah.
even. You're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
spend
yeah.
$300 to get to a show that cost you $100. You're like, all right, you
Right.
did 10 minutes.
You just
Here's
go
your
home
money.
with laughter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like it worth it. When did you move here, or have you officially moved here?
No, I went back. I was here. I was living here for 4 years, and I went back during Corona
Oh,
at the top of it. I really don't love New York, okay? I love New York for entertainment, but the uncleanliness of it, it's really hard to do.
Yeah, I was doing a bit about that, and the crowd was a little bit. They pulled back on me. Are you guys just hardcore New Yorkers?
No, it looks like they have money, so maybe they're not really on the bad side of it. I mean, it's
Yeah.
everywhere, but they on the, like the rats got to climb up to get to the part where these people live.
Yeah,
That's
New
what-
York is a pretty good city for rich people. That's for sure. Mm-hmm. And it's pretty horrible for really poor people.
Yeah, it definitely
And
shows.
it's somewhat in the middle for the rest of us.
Find
Yeah.
your way. That's why I left. I said, not rich enough to live here comfortably. Yeah, no.
Yeah. So now you back and forth?
Yeah, I go back and forth.
All right. And do you like that more?
I
Or you
definitely
thinking
do.
of coming back eventually?
No.
No?
No.
All right.
Can't lie. No.
Okay.
I like to visit. It's fun when you visit, go home, get fresh air.
Where do you stay when you visit? You got friends you just stay on a couch? Or you
Brooklyn.
just stay in Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at that. See that? Brooklyn. Okay, so they Brooklyn. We got other Brooklyn.
They're the finance bros are Brooklyn too. All right.
These
Where in
guys have
Brooklyn are
money.
you
They're
guys?
on Hinge.
Brooklyn Heights. They got the adult part of Brooklyn. I do like Brooklyn Heights. Okay, so you 10 years in now. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first bit that became like a hit for you, where you're like, oh, this one has a different level of response, and this is a special one. This is gonna be my closer.
It might have been something about race. I don't remember it exactly, but I felt like once I realized that I could break it down and explain it and not offend anyone, then I was like, okay, I can take this lane
Okay.
for starters.
Were you consciously afraid of offending people?
No, I never cared, but I just didn't want to because I was like, you can find a way to be funny
Without.
without offending them, but also speaking your truth.
Fair enough. Yeah. Because I don't think a comedian should mean to offend people. Mm-hmm. It might happen
Right.
because you don't know what people's sensibilities are, but we don't set out. I mean, there might be a few
I was gonna
extreme
say,
people
it's
who do
some,
it.
it's
There
some
might
people.
be a couple motherfuckers
There's some
who do
people
it.
who's aiming to
But
hurt
it shouldn't
people.
be your goal. Like, I'm here to hurt you, people who spend money to come see me do these jokes.
But if you hurt, how you gonna control what you do if you deliver pain? If you hurt and you're still doing
That is
comedy,
true.
because nobody can see your pain.
That is true. Just like that cliche thing, hurt people, hurt people.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So you try not to offend. What would you say generally what attracts you? Because sometimes it's very hard to know what kind of jokes I'm into. Like when you're first starting out, like what do I want to talk about?
Right.
When did you start to find out these are the things that interest me? Like maybe I like race. Maybe I like to talk about society. Maybe I like to talk about women. Maybe I like to talk about pussy or whatever.
I think that happened over time. Because I feel
Yeah.
like over time, the topics of my jokes changed.
Could you tell if there was a pattern? What were they changing towards? What was
I mean,
becoming?
it went from race, then it was like talking when I was dating men. We were talking about dating men because I was around kids. That's why I'm fucking with kids. I talked about them. And then when I started dating women, I talked about dating women. So I feel like it depends.
What's happening in your
Yeah,
life
what's
at that
happening
time?
in my life,
Okay.
then that's what I'm talking about.
When did you make the switch from?
Woo, when did I climb the fence?
Because that's an interesting switch.
Maybe like, it's maybe 6 years ago. The past relationship was 4 years.
Yeah.
So now it's like 2 years. Yeah, 6 years.
So 6 years ago. Was there something that happened?
Yeah, I got
When
a
you were-
girlfriend.
No, but how'd you? So you left a man. You had a boyfriend. You're not with him anymore, and then you were like, I've always been into women, so let me try this.
No, what happened was, that's actually not how it happened at all.
Okay, good. Tell me how.
So
it
I
happened.
dated men, but then like I would take a break, like 2 to 3 month break, and I'm like, let me date women, and I was like, that's a headache. So I just did it part time. But then when I dated men, I
Part-time
realized
means what exactly?
part time mean like I do it occasionally, like not a full thing,
Okay.
like a holiday. Easter only comes around once, so I'll just, I'll do this for Easter, Christmas. Like I'll pick the months,
Yeah.
and I'll cut men off for 3 months.
Okay.
And it's not because I was like, I'm tired of men. Personally, good dick is too strong, and I seen what it can do and how it can fuck up your future. So I was like, I need to pay attention and focus. Because the last time I was taking a man serious, I got fired from work because of good dick. So after that, I was like, that's a wake-up call.
So you're the kind of girl that gets dick whipped pretty
Yeah,
easily.
pretty. Well, I mean, it's not dick whip, but dick is so strong sometimes you can't help but what comes with it. So I was like, I need to focus. Like I might be straight again, but after I'm fully successful because I see what it can do.
You straight, but you need a man with terrible dick. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, but I can't do that either. You see, that's why I was like, this doesn't even make sense. Let's just go date women. And women, they make more sense to me. They're more logical. They make more
sense to you.
Yeah, they understand more. Yeah.
Elaborate. I want to hear more about that. Like, give me an example.
Women know what women want.
Right.
So then you get what you want because you get a woman and y'all want the same thing.
But do you want to be with somebody who wants the exact same thing as you?
Not the same thing as that. See, you're not gay. That's why you're thinking so deep into it. More so of just the thought process, right?
Yeah.
So like, okay, let's do an example, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of articles saying that men don't make women have orgasms.
Yeah.
It's a large percent.
I work very hard at that.
Right. See, you work hard. Women, we don't have to because we know what to do to get it. So two women, boom, we figured it out.
Yeah, but after you come, you're still dating a woman.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. But I came. That's what I wanted.
Okay.
Then you date a man, you got to teach him.
Right.
Then you got to come, and he's still a man. So then you probably got to teach him again. Who got time for that?
Is it there certain things that a man provide that you like in a man that a woman maybe doesn't have the ability to do?
Give it to me. What you think it could be? See how long you had to think about that?
Physical safety?
No. Physical safety?
Yeah.
Says who?
Says the world and life, you know? Men are bigger. Like, if there's a fight, a man could protect you a little bit more than a woman.
They should still protect. I shouldn't have to be with you for you to protect me.
No, but if you're with them, that's a guaranteed protection.
So I get guaranteed protection, but not orgasms. I'm going to go with orgasms.
That's not a good trade-off? So
not a good trade-off. I'm going to go with the orgasm side.
So would you consider yourself a lesbian or bisexual?
You know what?
Or does it matter?
I'm none of the letters. I'm just me.
Okay. I like that. So you don't feel like you're part of the LGBTQ plus
No, because
community.
I feel like if you say you're bisexual women don't get respect because they think they greedy. So the gay community honestly doesn't even respect bisexual women.
What about bisexual men?
Oh, they really don't respect them. They just like, you greedy. They just think the bisexual people are just greedy.
Is that how you feel, lesbians over there?
That's how all of them feel.
Damn.
I'm telling you. So then I don't want to pick because I don't want to make anybody mad. So I'm just Paris.
You're just Paris, the ever-evolving fluid lady.
There you go. You never know. Just stay tuned and you'll see where I end up at.
Right now, are you dating a girl?
Yeah, I'm dating women right now.
Okay. No, do you have a girlfriend?
Oh, no. Super single.
Super single?
Yeah.
On purpose, or you just like, right now I'm just focused on my work, I don't care about people?
Well, tip of Corona, like the middle, I just got out of a 4-year relationship. So now I need 4 years by myself.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When I check your Instagram, it looks like you getting a lot of pussy. That's the
I
vibe
know,
I'm
it
getting.
It does. Everybody thinks that
is
too.
Is it a perception, or
Here's the
it... Are you lying to us on social media?
No. I get a lot of pussy thrown at me. I don't catch a lot of pussy because... bacteria. It's just even though I'm gay, I still care about bacteria. So I don't even want to catch a lot of pussy. So a lot of pussy sits in my DM and just gets no response.
Yeah. That's good. It's good.
See the difference between men and women again?
Oh yeah, that's a huge difference.
Because men would catch all the pussy, right?
We'll catch as much as we can handle.
See?
Yeah.
Nah. Mm-mm.
But I'm at a good place now as a dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like. I've always dreamed of getting to that place because when you're a teenage boy, it's just your body, like your dick is hard all the time, and you're just like, oh, I want to fuck.
Right.
And then it takes your focus away from other shit you could be doing, and then you get to a point enough. You know what? I've had enough pussy in my life. Now pussy is not a requirement.
So you're at that point?
Yeah, I like it. I don't chase pussy that much anymore.
But do you catch it when it's thrown to you?
It depends.
Okay.
Yeah. If I feel like it's worth it, then I'll do it. But otherwise, I'm like...
So what deems the pussy to be worth it?
The owner of the pussy.
The owner of the pussy, okay.
Yeah. Because I'm not interested in fucking somebody if, like, we can't talk after. Like, if you...
Oh, you want to talk after. You don't just want a one-night stand.
If you're boring. I don't mind a one-night stand, but I still want somebody who's interesting.
You're a gentleman.
You can't just be a pussy.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So, what kind of conversations? You want to sit out? You want to come sit up and say, so, hey, how'd you enjoy that?
I like a woman that can teach me things.
Okay.
Yeah. Just expand your horizon.
So is she teaching you that after the sex and the conversation?
Well, it's a good conversation to me is where I learn something in it. That's what I mean. Like, so if we fuck, we're just having pillow talk, and then you tell me something, I'm like, oh, I never thought of it that way. I never heard of that before, and I think that's cool.
Okay.
That makes my dick hard. Yeah.
All right. Interesting. I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. Like, are y'all having talk about about what just happened?
No, not
Like,
about
do
what
you do
just
that?
happened. As a person, I'm interested. I think every individual has something interesting to offer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to find it. Obviously, some people are more interesting than others. But I think if you give somebody a chance, they have something interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sounds good, y'all like the fellas, y'all talk out the sex too.
Family, how you doing with all this sex talk? Is the Jersey family okay? Yeah? Are you learning?
Yeah, they are learning. I think that's what.
Yeah, you've done it all?
Oh shit, okay. so
She's a real Jersey bitch, huh? She's done everything. I meant that like
bitch in a nice way.
endearingly, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about your background, because I think you told me before, but I don't remember specifically. You first generation Jamaican, is that correct?
My dad.
Your dad is Jamaican, and your mom is American. How'd they meet?
They met skating. That's what they told me.
That's a cute way to.
That's what I said. But you know what makes it funny? It sounds cute, right? But then he had 3 kids in 1 year, and I was the last kid. So it kind of takes away from the cuteness.
Why? 3 kids in 1 year, you were the last one.
Yeah.
But not with your mom. He had.
No, 3 with 3 different women. Like
Okay. I didn't know that part.
Yeah, no, 3 different women in 1 year. August, September, November. Like his own Destiny Child. He created it.
That's a Caribbean man for sure.
That's what I'm saying. So it takes away from the cuteness.
Yeah. So you feel like the child from a side piece situation.
Oh no, not absolutely not. No, don't feel like that at all. I think they was just having fun. I think I'm the fun child, actually.
Yeah?
Because when I asked my mom, like, did you like him? She'd be like, I didn't like him. And I'd be like, that don't sound right. You do sound like a side chick. And she'd be like, no. She made the decision, and she was in control.
Was he married to any of the other women?
No marriage.
He
gave everybody a ring. So I'm telling you, the story is not good, but it's beautiful. It's horrible, but it sounds amazing.
I love it.
It's a true Jamaican dad story.
Yeah. Damn.
So nobody could say they was better than anybody. I think that was his goal.
Are you still in touch with him? Do you know him? You guys are cool?
I never met him in person.
Oh, you never met him?
Never met him.
Damn. Is that something you feel a way about? Do you feel
sad
about that, or you wish you met him? You wish like you knew him?
We have conversations. We talk my whole life. I'll meet him at some point, but my mom was
just
smart.
on the phone?
Yeah, she was smart. She got me a second dad. So no, that role was filled coming up as a child.
Okay. So your stepdad sort of feels like your dad?
He wasn't even my stepdad. He was just a real man. And yeah, that was my dad.
Hold on. What do you mean?
All right, so look, because we got to get into it now.
Yes, let's get into it.
So real dad went to prison.
Okay.
Okay. So real dad couldn't do anything but send letters and cards and boxes. And it was beautiful. He did what he could do.
Yeah.
But then we had replacement dad at home. And replacement dad showed me
I hope
everything
you don't call him that
to
to his face.
No, he's actually passed. He passed away a few years ago, but he was the man. I feel like he's more of a man than my real dad.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah.
Yeah, having a kid doesn't make you a father. It's a different job. You have to step up to the plate.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I think that's something about Caribbean men. Well, I don't know if it's because we're all African. Caribbeans are just 150 years removed. But one time in Haiti, I met a man who had 29 kids with 14 different women. And he was so proud to tell people that. He was like, yeah, I'm a very fertile man. That's just how it looked. He was just happy. Like, I'm like, do you even remember all their names? That's 29. That's a classroom. You're basically a teacher right now, bro. That's hard. But he's just like, yeah, I'm repopulating the earth. There are people who feel that way. They feel like their mission on earth is to be fruitful and multiply. It's that thing in Genesis. You know, it's in the Bible. That's what God tells people to do.
That's true. But did he take care of all these children?
Of course not. Of course not.
And that's the problem right there. See? That's why I don't like the way men think. That is a perfect example.
Yeah. But would you say do you have issues with men, or you just don't like the way men think?
I don't like the way they think.
Which part specifically? Let's get into it.
That was a perfect example, what you just said about the man having all those kids.
No, but that's not how I think. I'm saying that's how he thinks.
Yeah, he's a man.
Right, but there are women who might think that way. There are women who like to have children. So maybe you don't like a certain pattern of thought, not necessarily attached to a gender. It could just be the way some people think.
Yeah, that is true. But I feel like men think like that more than women, and that's what I don't like, the way that they think. Women are more caring. They're more emotional.
Yeah, I think
They're
you
nurturers.
have to be, because you have a different job biologically speaking. Because
Right.
women are selectors. You get to select whose sperm becomes a person. That's a much more responsible job.
Well, besides the sperm picking, that's what I'm attracted to, the caring of the woman.
You like nurturing energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm into.
So when you're with women, what type of women do you date? Or do you play the masculine role? Are you like feminine women? Or you like
Feminine women.
You like feminine women?
Beautiful. My mother said I can't bring the other kind home. She said, I accept you for who you are, but bring home a beautiful one.
Do not bring a man
Don't
here.
bring home the brother. Just get the sister. And I was like, you got a point. You got a point. That makes sense.
Yeah, I think your mom is right. Yeah. I mean, you interesting, because I feel like you're right on you masculine, but you're also feminine.
I was a tomboy my entire life. So, like, when the girls were playing with Barbies, I was playing football.
Yeah.
So I did, but the trans took the T from us, so I don't have a letter, because it would be T for tomboy, but they took it, so now I don't have nothing.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like they stole my letter, but I can't say it because I don't want to get canceled. But they definitely took my letter. So
like, if you were coming up now, people would say you trans, even though you were just a tomboy.
No. It's a whole
You
different
don't think
level.
so?
No. They put me in the queer box.
Right.
And that's just questionable, but I'm not questioning shit. I know exactly what I want to do.
Right.
Some days I want to dress up, some days I don't. Nobody talks about being a bad bitch is not an easy task. That's what it is.
I agree.
To be a bad bitch 24/7 with a period and women emotions, not easy.
Let's get into it. What makes it so hard to be a bad bitch?
It's not easy.
What's hard about it?
Number one, you PMS. So for that whole PMSing week, you don't feel like it. And then the actual thing comes. Now you really don't feel like it. So 2 weeks off, you definitely need 2 weeks off to not just be this fabulous, girly girl that you want to be all the time. This is to me. So then for those 2 weeks, I just want to wear shorts and T-shirts and tennis shoes. Other 2 weeks, I'll dress up.
Okay.
But no, I'm not fixing tires and doing the man shit that they should do in a relationship. I'm scared of bugs. I could do it. I take out trash, but if I see a bug, I'm screaming. So
right. See, that's what I'm saying. I feel like you're masculine and feminine at the same time. You have some embodiment of, but then you're like, I still don't want to do men shit.
No.
Yeah.
That's what I feel like even though I date women, men should still be men.
I agree.
So, like, if we need a TV up, we should call a man. Nobody needs to break a nail. Let's get a man to do a man job. Men like to hold doors. Let this man be a man. Hold that door. I'm not one of those girls like, I got it, brother. No, I don't. Please get that, sir. My arm hurts.
You still want chivalry. Yes, please carry the bags for me.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's fair.
I just rode in an Uber when I was in Arizona, and a white Uber driver picked me up. He was a gay man, and I had a suitcase. And I just thought he was going to get the suitcase because that's what they do. But he didn't. He looked at me, and then he looked at the suitcase. So then I looked at the suitcase, and I looked back at him.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you want me to get your suitcase? I was like, please be a man.
Yeah.
And then he got it, and he struggled like a gay man. And I was like, still a man! Still a man!
Yeah, that's
I want them to still be men at all times.
That's the other side of equality. That's the other side of it.
He's still a man. What?
Right. No, but people talk about equality all the time, but equality only exists for certain things because there's still ways we're very different. Like you're saying, like, I'm sure if I was a woman, I wouldn't want to lift heavy things.
No.
Because, men are bigger for a reason. Let's just let them do it.
That's right.
But equality means that we should be equal in everything.
But I didn't
And
ask
don't know
for
if that's
equality.
fair.
I didn't ask
Right.
for that.
What did you ask for? What would you prefer? What's your ideal?
Men to still be men.
Right, but that's a vague statement. Let's get into it. What does it mean exactly for men to be men?
I feel like to do the man things, just traditionally the man things, because they saying equality and
Right.
what is listed? They want a half and half down the middle. I don't think anyone really wants that.
I don't think so, but they think they do because it sounds good
Right.
on paper.
Until they see it in real
Yes.
life, and it's like, no,
Yes.
this is not what I want.
It's like, we're going to get into this one, but it's fine. I don't mind.
Okay, let's
so
do it.
the thing with sports, for instance, with transgender people,
Right.
where some people are saying that there's no real physical difference between men and women.
I disagree, but continue.
I agree with you. I think there is a difference. It's clear. We all live in the world. Like, if you've played sports with boys, once we become teenagers,
Right.
boys and girls can't play anymore because the boys get so much stronger. And it's just
Unless
not
you're willing
fair.
to get hurt.
Right.
Right.
But so some people argue that trans women should play in the female sports because they don't think there's a difference.
I disagree.
And I don't think it's fair because you have the biological advantage. You're
That's right.
fucking gonna crush women 9 times out of 10.
I agree. Please don't cancel me for this conversation.
She's the gay one, everybody. She
Yeah,
gets to
but I
have
think
that opinion.
I feel like that is unfair to have
Yeah, I agree.
trans women playing with women, cis women. That's the
Right.
name.
That's okay.
Cis women.
Clap if you feel like there's actual physical biological difference between men and women.
Not everybody.
Okay, that's not everybody.
No.
Clap if you feel like there isn't any difference and people should do exactly the same things. All right, so the ones who didn't clap, where do you stand? Are you just cowards or what the fuck is going on? Or you just don't care about it enough? Like you didn't do anything. Or you did? I'd like to hear the perspective of somebody who did not take a side. Yeah? Okay. I guess that's fair. Until it affects you. If one day it affects you, then you'll care about it. Oh, it might. Maybe you'll have a daughter one day. Or a son.
And then she'll get tackled. And you'll be like, who tackled you? And then she point her out, and you'll be like, that's not fair.
Right.
Just, as a tomboy, I've played street football with boys.
Yeah.
And getting tackled by a man, I could easily hurt my knee. But getting tackled by a woman,
very different.
It's
very
like
different.
it's like flag
Yeah.
football versus street football with men. It's totally different.
Yeah.
So I
agree.
absolutely don't think it's fair.
Yeah, and it's also rooted into like the way we were raised as, boys. It's like there's little things that tell you, but there's a reason for it. They're like, hey, you don't hit girls.
Right.
Part of that is that not just to not hit people, but not hit girls specifically, because it hits harder when you hit a girl because they're smaller than you on average, 20%. I think that's the scientific consensus. But you can hit dudes if you're in a fight with a guy who just punch each other, then you solve it that way.
Right.
Because I guess men are generally speaking more violent. So I think it's a good rule to tell boys to not hit girls.
Agreed.
You think that's fair?
I definitely think that's fair. But then, on the opposite side, what if the woman is hitting the man and she's stronger than him?
That's a problem.
That is, because if
Yeah.
she's stronger than him, now it's like,
There's definitely a couple couples where I'm like, oh, she's going to beat the shit out of you. I've seen couples
right.
where it looks like the dude might get his ass beat.
But he stays because he's a man.
Yeah, but here's the thing again. The idea of a spectrum, right? About 70% of men are more masculine and about 30% of them are more feminine. And now I feel like there's a trend where there are certain women, high-powered, high-earning women who like to date feminine men.
Yeah, I agree.
And I find that interesting.
Do you?
I do. I find it interesting. I don't know if I would do it if I was a woman, but it seems interesting. I don't know if it's sustainable.
Why not?
Because I think every relationship has to do with polarity, right? If you're a masculine person, you want a feminine person. If you're a feminine person, you want a masculine person. But I think, generally speaking, women, if you're a feminine woman, you want to date a man, meaning a masculine man. Even in gay relationships, there's still the polarity. Like if you see a gay couple, two dudes, there's one of them that's a little bit more masculine than the other.
Sometimes.
Doesn't mean one is better or worse. It just means it's a different role.
I think we're in a generation now where nothing matters. Honestly, that's what I realized being in this gay community. It's not like that anymore. A dominant woman can date a dominant woman now, and it's totally fine.
How long can it last?
A long time, because they feel like bros.
I feel like we're lying to ourselves.
No, I feel like when I found this shit out, I looked the same way you look, confused, but it's true. So I had to just accept it.
Have you ever tried to date a dominant woman and see
No.
how it goes?
I'm not going to do it personally, because if I'm going to date a dominant woman, I'm just going to date a man.
Yeah.
That's how gay I am.
Why do you think you can't do it?
It's not that I can't do it. I'm not choosing to do it, because if I'm going to let you fuck me, lady, I'm going to let this man fuck me, because that's the same feel.
You don't like the fake dick.
I won't say I don't like it or not. I'll just say that I want a masculine man, so I don't want your titties on my back, queen. Why you got your dick out? That's just not what I want. I want a man with a dick out with a hard chest. I want a man's man. That's what I like. So I'm not going to go that route.
Right. Okay, that's fair. I could see that. So you choose not to do it.
Yeah,
but
choose
you
not.
could do it if you wanted to.
Here, I went on a date with a masculine girl. Just a date. She asked several times. I said, okay. Wow. I see why so many women are gay. She took care of everything. She was moving chairs. She was holding doors. I got upset because I'm like, Queen, let these men do this. It was a doorman, but she grabbed the door. I'm like, really? Girl, just be a girl. Let this man be a man. But she wanted to do all this. She paid for everything. It was a beautiful date. And I was like, I can understand how they can date this, wanting men, but not wanting to deal with men. But it's not what I want. It was fun. It was cute, but I didn't do part two. I don't want it. Because eventually sex has to come at some point.
Right.
Not into it.
Huh. Interesting.
Beautiful women, nice bodies, feminine women. Honor roll titties. That's my thing. That's what I like.
Honor roll titties.
Yeah, that's what I'm into.
What's honor roll? I guess AB titties?
Yeah, AB. I don't need anything bigger than that. I got my own titties. Too many. To me, too many titties. I feel like it's just. It's not balanced. Improper fraction. That's what I feel like for me. So I'm very picky, but that's just me.
Yeah, that's one of your famous bits. I'm picky with my gay.
Absolutely, 100%.
Okay, let's talk about. Can you think of moments in your childhood that made you funny? Like, do you ever think about where funny comes from? What makes somebody funny? And some people just don't care about being funny. You know what made you funny?
Yeah, I felt like we struggled a lot. That was funny.
Yeah.
Because my mother never admitted that we were struggling. But it was clear that we were struggling, but she always made sure we dressed nice.
Yeah.
Even though we shopped at the thrift store.
Right.
So I would go through somebody else's clothes and pick the best outfits. And nobody thought we was poor, but then go home and it's like the lights are off. But this outfit fly.
Right. That's one of my favorite things about you. I don't know if it's something obviously you do it consciously, but Paris, you guys, you don't see her all the time. You're only seeing her now, but Paris dresses every day like it's her birthday. That's the vibe that she has. Every time I see her, I'm like, Paris, how much did you spend on this outfit? What is your monthly budget on clothes?
It's not really a lot. That's the thing. I just find nice things on sale, and then I just put them together.
Yeah.
And
you
I feel
definitely have an eye for it.
Yeah, I feel like that came from shopping in a thrift store, because when you shopping in somebody else's clothes, you have to make an outfit that's yours, even though these are somebody else's clothes.
Yeah.
So might be a lady hat.
Yeah.
Might be a man's sweater. Might be some other pants. So when you have to do that, once you do get a little bit of money, then it's easy to figure out style, because it's not about, I'm not buying labels, I'm just dressing nice according to style.
Yeah. What would you, if you were to describe your style, what would you say your style is?
However I feel.
However you feel.
I wake up and I get dressed according to how I feel. So I put like 3 outfits out, and I'm like, I'll put it on. I'm like, I don't feel like this.
Yeah.
So if I don't feel like this, then I can't wear it, because it requires a certain feel.
What did today feel like? I like this.
Wednesday in New York, sunny day, daytime show. Don't know what we're gonna get. Look what we got. I wore this outfit matches how I feel. We don't know, but it's still cool. That's how I feel.
It's a mystery. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about teachers the other day because I love teachers. I know they're severely underpaid. I think it should be a job that pays more because the role that they play in our lives, it's so important.
Very
Do you
much
remember
so.
like your a teacher that made a good impression on you, like somebody you'll never forget?
Oh, I was a problem child.
Yeah, you were just always giving trouble.
Always giving trouble. I was in special ed, my high school years. They kicked me out. So I felt like one of the teachers like wrote me a card when I graduated and put money in it. And she was like, I'm not supposed to do this, but she still did it. And I felt like she was just supportive throughout the years and then after. So I would say Mrs. Johnstone is her name.
She wanted to support you because...
Throughout, period. Just even
Really?
throughout the days, she would call on the weekends. Like she would go the extra mile
Yeah.
that teachers didn't have to go, and she didn't have kids.
That is super nice.
So yeah, I feel like her.
Yeah, that's cool.
The rest of those teachers, I hope you still having a hard time. They used to kick me out a lot. I hope they still having a hard time.
Yeah. It's I don't know why it's paid so low. I guess nobody cares about public schools.
Yeah.
Anybody here a teacher? Nobody. All right, this crowd is a rich crowd. They're all
I'm
like
about to say, did you
Manhattanites
look at the crowd?
with
No, it's no
solid-
teachers in here. Nobody looks like they struggling.
I'm very lucky because I got to, I went to Catholic schools in Haiti, and they're very good schools.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the things we did, I don't know if Americans ever experienced that because, you guys are a pretty advanced country. But in Haiti, a lot of people don't know how to read and write. There's a lot of illiterate people. And we had this program in my high school where after you finish your classes, once a week, you'd stay behind and you teach to elderly people in the community who don't know how to read or write. You teach them how to read or write.
That's nice.
Yeah, and to this day, it's one of my favorite memories. I had this lady, she was 75 years old, and she was so enthusiastic about learning how to read and write. And she was the best student I've ever had, and she was so happy when she finally learned how to do it. She cooked me my favorite Haitian meal.
That's really sweet.
Yeah, to this day, it's like I think about that all the time. Like, just because the world is full of letters.
Right.
So to imagine moving through the world and you don't know how to read or write, it's kind of like being blind in a way.
Okay.
And so when somebody gives you an opportunity to like open your eyes and you're like, oh, now I can sign my name and I can see what this means. I think it's a really cool thing. And it's
that's
very
beautiful.
sad that people don't know how to read or write, but it's a thing that happens in a lot of countries.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's
Yeah.
super nice.
It is. The crowd doesn't care, but it is.
Yeah, they didn't. Look, when you're wealthy, here's what I had to understand.
It's
I
all
feel like when you get
who
into a
gives
certain
shit?
amount of wealth, you don't care about poor shit. I think that's really what it's about.
Yeah.
They don't want to admit it, but it's true. You take real problems to a wealthy crowd, and they like, can't relate. Not that they don't care, can't relate. So why care?
Right. Their lives are like they're beyond that. They don't.
Did you
even
guys
think
ever
about it.
have to read to anyone? Did you ever have to teach anyone how to read? Who? Okay, so your parents, not a stranger. See, they care about dogs and cats,
Just got
man.
the
They don't care
immigrant
about
thing.
people. They care
Are
about
you the
animals.
only immigrant in the crowd? You from Brazil, I'm guessing? Yeah. Anybody else from where are you from? Mexico.
What did you do for your people? Look at it. He was like, exist?
Were you born here?
No, I was born in
When did you come over?
12 years ago.
12 years ago. So you were already like, how old are you now?
24.
So
Really?
So you were 12. Did you have to teach your parents how to speak English?
No, we were kind of all learning at the same time. English.
Okay. Were you like rich Mexicans or like poor Mexicans? There's a difference. You know what I'm saying.
It's rich.
I'm about to say, is that a question? He doesn't ever look like he's been poor. There's no struggle in him. There's
Yeah,
none.
there's a lot of rich white Mexicans that
That's
nobody
why
knows
they don't
about.
understand this material.
Yeah, we're having poor people talk in front of these rich people. They're
Right.
like,
They-
all right,
They,
poor
they
children,
feel sorry.
keep talking.
They don't want to laugh. They're like, what can I do to help?
Oh, God damn. Let's talk about some rich shit.
Let's talk about it.
Who's the richest person you've hung out with in show business?
I don't want to say because I didn't even know that he was a millionaire, and then I found out, and I was like, he's just still a cool person. I don't really count people money, but it's a few millionaires I hang around. I don't even know they're millionaires.
That's a couple millionaires.
Yeah, but I don't.
You don't want to say.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to say. I feel like we shouldn't be sharing.
Right, that's fair. I mean, I've hung out at parties with Dave Chappelle. I guess he's a public millionaire, so that doesn't matter. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, you get to see how.
Who's your comedy hero? Is there anybody you look at you like, oh, that person does it for me? I
love some more. I feel like some more is a personal favorite.
Some more is cool as shit. Yeah, and you do. You do have a some more vibe.
Like when I started, I was watching a lot of.
After
I always watch some more. I love some more. I love Martin.
All right, watch this. Do you guys know who some more is?
Of course not. When I said it, nobody said anything. I knew this. I already knew this.
Damn, this crowd is way too rich for this fucking show. Fuck.
How did you how did you promote this?
On Instagram and through the Cellar website. I just put everything on Instagram and my mailing list.
Okay. So
but those people clearly are not from my mailing list.
I was gonna say you got a wealthy mailing list.
Yeah.
What about if we talk about golf? I feel like they'll get it. What about golf, guys? I feel like they'll know, start to finish.
Tennis, I'm going to the U.S. Open. Anybody here?
Look at that. Told you. We just got to reach them where they are. That's what we have to do.
God damn it. Yeah, I'm a fan of tennis. Do you like sports?
Yeah, I like sports.
Which ones do you like?
Basketball.
Yeah?
Football's my favorite.
Football as in American football.
Yeah, American football.
Yeah.
But tennis, I like to watch tennis sometimes. It's cool. I feel like it's a
tennis
great
is
sport.
fun. It's a little complicated because you have to get the point system and how it works, but it's a fun sport. I've been playing lately. I'm really into it.
Really?
Yeah.
How is it?
It's fun. It's super fun. I've been playing for the past year or so, and I'm decent. I've played soccer and basketball before, so I kind of have an eye for sports.
Okay.
So it's fun to learn something at 33 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to play him in tennis? Anybody want to lose for your white card?
Have you seen Greer recently? I was playing with Greer Barnes, and
I seen him on
he
your
fucked
Instagram.
up his leg.
Playing tennis?
Yeah, because he's 57, so his bones are brittle.
Yeah,
it's a little different.
He shouldn't have been out there because you was trying to play to win.
Yeah, it was wild. If you're into soccer, the real football.
I'll watch it sometimes. It's not one of my tops.
In 2026, the World Cup is going to be in North America.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so the U.S. is sharing hosting duties with Canada and Mexico. There's going to be 60 games in the U.S., 10 in Canada, 10 in Mexico. And I'm so fucking excited for that because Americans don't get the amount of love that the rest of the world has for soccer. It's basically a religion. It's insane. Like, the Brazilian guy knows. Like, they'll murder you in Brazil if you made the wrong call during a match. That's how intense they are about soccer. Yeah.
I mean, I'll go. I like to go to things
you
that
should definitely find
not
some games
fully
and
into.
go to. Yeah.
But just to be around
for
the
the
wealth.
vibe.
That's
go
right.
for the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. What, did you play anything? You said you played flag football. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I played basketball as a kid, and I knew that it was not for me. I found that out the hard way by not getting in the game, and I was like, okay, this is not my dream. This is not my goal. I feel like a lot of people don't really fail at things, so then you don't know what you're good at.
Right. I think that's a good lesson in life.
Absolutely. Yeah. Hey, guys, have you ever failed at anything? She said
no,
everything.
Their parents just give them money. They don't have to fail. This is the kind of crowd.
Okay, I just wanted to know. I just wanted to know the level of not struggling. What
are some of your hobbies? When Paris is not doing comedy or being a bad bitch on Instagram, what are you up to? What do you do?
I like to travel. I like to try new things. I like to do different activities. It depends on the vibe and the person that I'm with.
What's the last new thing you tried?
What is the last new thing I tried? Somebody just was teaching me how to play the guitar last week.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I feel like that's an ad that I want to add to my lifestyle.
There's something like very cool about one person at a party who plays the guitar. They just start playing and then people flock to them to be like, oh, that's good.
Yeah, I feel like I want to move to LA at some point, and I feel like in LA to do comedy you need something.
Yeah,
do comedy with,
at least
and I
not
feel like
as comedy centric
I just
as
want to
they are.
have the guitar on my back. I'm not gonna play it, but I'm gonna just tell jokes and hold it, and I feel like that's gonna capture the audience. Because at some point they're gonna be
You
like,
gonna
she's
turn
gonna
into a
play it.
prop comic?
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah, yeah.
gonna-
And at the end, I'm not gonna play it. I'm just gonna hit it twice, and I'm like, have a good night. Thank you guys. And
Don't do that.
that's the goal. I'm gonna do it for like a year. I just want to see what happens.
So the guitar, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's super cool. This is a weird question, but I like it because it's fun.
Okay.
If you had to sacrifice one of your family members for your favorite artist, who is the artist? Who's the family member?
Wow. I don't love no artists that much, but I got the family members, but I don't think I have the artists. I'm not gonna lie, I got a couple. I already put them in the list. I'm like, when they call, I got them prepared. I don't have to think about this. I have an aunt. She definitely can. She could go. Y'all don't know her. She don't appreciate life. I feel like she
Why
one of
does
those.
she suck so bad? What
It's not
about
that she
her?
sucks. She just doesn't appreciate life. I feel like she
Okay.
had a lot of chances, and she never changed. So I feel like
Okay.
at this point, you can swap her out. Like, not for my favorite artist.
How old is she?
She's 35.
Oh, that's early. She
No,
can
it's not
give her
early for
some
her. She's
time
been
to
living.
change.
No, she's been living since 12. She's been living. I feel like less of my favorite artists, but my thing is like I feel like there's family members who are no longer alive, and I would trade them in for somebody that's alive.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool with that.
Yeah.
Who? Well, but okay. Who's your? Do you have an artist like?
That I love,
Yeah,
like enough to bring them back to life that's dead.
yeah.
I can't say yes.
Really?
I can't. Not to trade them in for something. Like, if they're artists, I didn't have that emotion with them to be like, I'll bring them back.
Maybe their work connects to you on such a deep level. You feel
I
like
would
you know
bring
them.
Michael Jackson back for my mom because she cried.
She was one of those people.
She was like,
yeah.
I don't know if you ever seen her, but like, she kind of favors Michael Jackson a little bit, not gonna lie, in a beautiful way. But when she cried, she started to look like him more. And I was like, I just want him to come back. This is sad.
Yeah, Michael Jackson was like a momentous event because I don't think I've said this before on stage. I don't think there's anybody in life who's ever been more famous than Michael Jackson. He might have been the most famous person that's ever lived in the history of the world.
Is this true, white people? I'm about to say, they might got
Who
somebody.
would
Y'all
you
agree?
say? Who? Not more than Michael Jackson. Are you fucking I'm a soccer fan. Cristiano Ronaldo is no
Who
way
did you
more
say?
famous.
They said
No!
JFK.
Children in Africa are not trying to be like JFK. That's not a thing.
Okay, they said Jesus. That's true.
Yeah, but when Jesus was
Jesus
around,
wasn't an artist.
yeah, when Jesus was around, there was no internet.
So-
So it's a different thing. Oh, no, it's not that impressive. It's because Christianity conquered the world. That's the only reason we know about Jesus.
That was a good one though. What happened?
She
No,
said-
say it. Believe in yourself, Queen. Say it again. Never died, right? So question. White Michael or Black Michael?
Well, White Michael got more famous. Black
Okay.
Michael was better as an artist.
I wanted to see which one y'all wanted to bring back. Like if you had to pick, it's like we had to vote. Who we bringing back? Black Michael or White Michael? Okay. Black Michael, all right.
Well, Black Michael wasn't fucking kids, so I think that's pretty nice. That helps the cause. White Michael was the one fucking children.
Do we really know? I'm gonna let Michael live in peace.
I think he did. Yeah.
So why after he died? But after he died, the kids came out and said that he didn't do it.
Some kids said he didn't do it, but there were a couple in that documentary who said clearly that he fucked them
But
a
didn't
lot.
they pull the documentary? They pulled it.
Is it? I don't know. I think it's.
I think-
they sued them, but they lost the lawsuit, so I think it's still on HBO.
I don't know. We got to see. I don't think it is.
Yeah. But okay, I've thought about this.
Okay.
Some people come in the world as a gift.
Right.
Like Michael Jackson was a gift because of what he was doing. It's almost like that's not a person. That's just somebody who's there to bring joy to the world. And every gift has a cost. And I think
Continue.
Michael's cause was just fucking a couple of boys. And that's just something we had to decide as a society. Like, is it worth having Michael Jackson while sacrificing a couple of boys? Or would you rather live in a world where Michael Jackson never existed?
That's
and
a hard
those two
question.
boys never got fucked.
That's deep. That's what I'm saying. I don't believe it happened. I don't believe
I think
it happened.
it did. I think it did.
I don't know. Yeah,
He's resting. He doesn't need us. I think he's fine. He's resting in peace.
I don't know. I can't say I agree.
Yeah?
But
so
what
you
I
don't
want to
agree that
say
he
is
did?
dark, and I don't even
No,
want to
say it. Say it. We're having a good time. They don't care anymore. Be dark.
I don't agree, but I feel like if that was the case and he was picking kids the way that my mother loved him,
You
I
could
would have signed up. I would have been one of the kids just to get her the signature.
But he didn't like little girls.
We don't
That's the
know.
problem.
They didn't come out. Girls hold secrets better than boys.
Your
don't
mom
know.
should have taken you to Kelly. That's where it happens.
No,
that's a different story.
That's different. It's different. No.
Yeah, Michael was into like little white boys. That was his thing.
I don't know. I'm gonna let that man rest in peace. I have no proof. I do not know.
I mean, I think the Jesus Christ argument is fair, but I still think Michael is the most famous person who's ever lived. Yeah. I just don't think it, you know. No. That's just some British bullshit. The rest of the world doesn't know about Princess Diana. No. No.
Close, but no.
It's close, but no. Because I don't think you guys realize you would go to like a remote country where people don't really have mass media and children still wanted to be like Michael Jackson, trying to do the moonwalk and all that stuff. The reach is fucking unbelievable. And that was like 80s, 90s, and when did he die? 2005?
Yeah, 2000 something.
It's
8?
You've seen those videos where people are passing out at concerts just seeing Michael Jackson? That's like nobody passes out seeing Beyonce, and Beyonce is probably the
Wait a
closest
minute. We
have
will
today.
not do any Beyonce slander.
This is not
no
slander.
Beyonce
I'm
slander
saying
allowed.
She's the biggest thing we have, and
I didn't
she's not
see
on the
anybody
micro
pass
level.
out, but I went to a Beyonce concert, front row, and she did Irreplaceable.
Yeah.
The song to the left, and I turned around, and it was a wheelchair section. And when she said to the left, everybody started crashing into each other. And I was like, that's beauty right there. I've never seen that done like that. So we're not going to compare because she has her people.
She does. But I think it's a different level. There's like levels to it.
We don't know. We haven't seen the video. I think people pass out at her concert.
Maybe. Is this a Beyonce crowd? You guys love Beyonce?
Yes, no
Okay.
Beyonce slander.
No, I don't hate Beyonce. But if I were, she's going to jail for tax evasion. She got 8 years. Shakira has no Beyonce. Let's not do that.
Yeah, no, we're not doing that.
But okay, this might be slander. If I was given a choice between Beyonce and Rihanna, I would hang out with Rihanna.
That's good. And then when you post this, the beehive is going to go crazy. And I just want them to know I had nothing to do with this.
But you get it, right?
So you would want to hang out with Rihanna over Beyonce?
She seems more like a real person. Beyonce doesn't seem like a person to me.
Why? Why not?
Because her image is so manufactured. It's so perfect.
How do we know? We don't know her as a regular person.
That's why we don't know. Like, I've
We
seen
don't know
Rihanna have
Rihanna.
regular person moments. I've never seen Beyonce have one. Beyonce's people are so crazy that if you go to a concert and you take a picture of Beyonce that's somewhat unflattering, they will reach out to you. Their lawyers will tell you to take that down.
Right.
Because everything that exists of Beyonce needs to be perfect. That's how
What's wrong
hard
with that?
they go. That's
She
insane.
worked hard enough to get to that
Yeah,
level.
but that's
What's the
not a person.
Rihanna smokes weed. I don't think Rihanna gives a fuck. I
Yeah,
think that's the
that's why I
difference.
like her. I want a girl that smokes weed and wants to hang out. All right, we gotta go. So this turned out to be fun. I really
Yeah, it was
enjoyed
good.
this. Last question. This is kind of a tradition I'm building with the show.
Okay.
What would you like your tombstone to say? What would you want your legacy to be?
Life is short, so live long.
That's what you would want to put
That's
there.
what I wanted to say.
All right, you guys hear that? Life is short, live long. Give it up for Paris Sashay, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the show.